I want you to break down the fight. You're not objective. I'll just say that right off the bat.
Okay.
Come on now.
Okay.
I mean, you're not. You train with GSP. We do have to mention this to you and tell us if this is true or not. We had Kenny Florian on earlier, and he was saying, man, he's watching GSP train with Rashad, and he was holding his own against a 205er.
Yeah.
Does that really happen with GSP?
All day. Me and George go back and forth all the time.
Really?
George is tough. You would be a fool to believe that you look at George like, oh, he's a 170-pounder. That dude is stronger than probably most of the 205ers I've went against.
And that's what Keith Jardine said too.
And he's fast. He hits hard, and he has excellent movement, and he has excellent takedowns. So with that said, whenever we go, it's a battle. It's a battle, and it's fun, but it's what got me to this point. You know what I'm saying? It's not something now that I'm like, oh, I'm the light heavyweight champion. I can't get taken down by the lightweight guy because that's embarrassing for me. But for me, that's how I got to where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? These are the guys who got me where I'm at, so there's no shame in my game.
Well, then might he be too strong for BJ Penn?
In my opinion, not only is he too strong, but he has the strength that lasts. It's not just one of those guys that are strong and it dies out after the first round. His endurance, he just keeps going and going with, and he feels strong the whole time.
And the flip side of that is that if there's one knock on BJ Penn, it's that he's not always in the best of shape for a long fight.
And I think this is where this fight breaks down to. I think that as long as George can be the last one punching in the exchange, I think he wins the exchange. If he allows BJ to be reactive to his punch, because last time they fought, every time that George threw a punch, BJ threw a punch. He kind of interrupted him, and he was the last one to finish punching. And in the judges' eyes, that's scoring as BJ won the exchange. So George has to be the last one punching, and he has to be able to shake BJ up as far as not knowing if he's going to take him down or kick or whatever the case may be.
You have to admit he more than won the exchange, though. I mean, George was pretty torn up after that first round. He landed a lot of the shots. We've never seen George shredded that much on his face in any fight.
Well, he did win that exchange in the first round, but the thing about that fight and this fight is the fact that George has added so many tools from that fight to now, and I think what he has now, he don't got nothing for it.
I would say this, that if he's training, with Jackson's, and Mike Winklejohn's your boxing guy, right?
Well, George trains with Faraz, that's his stand-up guy, and Phil Nurse, those are his stand-up guys. All right. So, but George got this punch. It's called the ooh-wee. He about to hit him with it tomorrow.
Tell him no nipple twist. You guys have this weird thing.
Twist, hey, the nipple twist works.
Jesus.
Hey, it works, man.
I don't like it.
It works. It gets you to loosen up and be like, you know what, man.
Didn't you forget to do it last time?
But I did it in the dressing room. See, I got freak nasty with him in it.
We got that on video, too. Oh, God. Yeah. That's disgusting. All right. So, you do expect potentially the winner of the Machida-Silva fight to be your next guy, or are they going to somehow slip in Quentin if he beats Jardine, which I know you don't want that to happen. Sorry, I said that.
He ain't gonna beat Jardine, but I mean, whoever. Both of those guys are undefeated. They had some pretty impressive wins, and they both look pretty good. So,
I had Randy Couture call not in a derogatory way, but call Lyoto Machida Hong Kong Phooey yesterday because of his odd style.
It's odd, man. You know what? It'll lull you to death, and you're like, man, you get bored in the fight. Like, man, next thing you know, boom, get you in the stomach. You feel on the ground, holding yourself like Tito was.
Would you, if you went in against Machida, since he's a good stand-up guy, and he usually is kind of backing up and countering, is that where you go back to some of the wrestling?
I'll do jiu-jitsu straight on my back, just lay on my back and wait for him to come in.
Yeah, okay. Wow, now you are getting confident. You have the sunglasses on too, and grabbing your crotch.
Oh yeah.
And trying to jump and grab the rim. All right, well, we learned a lot of things today.
And I'll give him back position too.
You realize what I can do with this. I mean, these quotes will be pulled for whatever UFC it is. And Rashad said he'll win the fight anywhere, even giving his back.
Hey, I got to get him somewhere so I can catch him, right?
There you go. So what's going on with Silver Star? You got a new sponsor, and I know you're going to be out at the Magic Show here in town in about 2 weeks.
Yeah. Silver Star is, one of my sponsors. They made me a shirt, and they got some great clothes, man. And I'm just behind Silver Star. All
right, we got to get Dave some of these MMA shirts, these patterned MMA. I think you would look good in it.
If we can put like Silver Star or something cool on the back of his jacket, you know what I'm saying? It'll keep him with the same look, but then spice it up a little bit.
Like on the elbow pads or something?
I'm open to endorsement contracts. Not a lot of people knocking the door down, but what the hell?
What about the hat? Delagrati's already got the tap-out hat. Why can't we get you a sponsor on the back of the hat?
Yeah, something right there. It'd be smooth.
You're a hip guy. Dave.
Yeah.
Stunned silence.
Get told that all the time.
All right. Well, Rashad Evans is going to be over here in the Fight Club doing a Q&A, and I would advise, you're not going to get in for this one, but I would advise people to join the Fight Club because you get early access to tickets, and these Q&As are very cool. So hopefully someone might ask you about the crotch grabbing, so you've answered it enough times. So.
Yeah, they're like, oh, why did you do it? You're such a bad sport. I hate you for it.
Look, it would have been really, I'm sorry, but if you're touching yourself, I think that's acceptable. I mean, if you're going the other, think of the alternatives. It could have been a lot worse.
Honestly, what it was, all fight morning, I was nervous, so I was like, man, I need something to loosen up. So I was watching Michael Jackson videos. You know how we do the thing, and then
okay.
I was about to hit him with that, but I was thinking that might be a little too much to get an invite.
Say, it's listen, it was the heat of the equipment malfunction. It's something like that.
There you go.
And now, if I would have did that and then missed the punch and then got knocked out,
not good.
That would have been embarrassing.